More than $1 million in unpaid bills have been racked up by the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office this year.
It's gotten to the point that some of these companies say the debt could jeopardize future business with the county.
Tonight in a FOX16 Investigates, our Susan Corey uncovers a cash flow concern that's putting taxpayer dollars on the line.
All of this started when I found out that the Sheriff's Office body camera deal went unpaid for months. And as it turns out, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Every day, move, and deputy. Body cameras expose the view behind the badge. Part of a push for transparency that Pulaski County Sheriff Eric Higgins touted last year.
You're always being recorded. And I think it's vitally important that we record our deputies as well.
But there's another picture the camera can't capture and the department isn't showing. Costs that are adding up without being paid.
This is kind of new for us. Usually everybody pays their bills and we don't have an issue.
In 2019, the Sheriff's Office inked this deal with Axon, a company that specializes in tech for law enforcement. The agreement included body and dash cams along with tasers. In 5 years, the department will pay around $4 million. The Sheriff's Office got what it ordered, but county records show Axon never got its first check. These 6 invoices date back to February of 2019 and total just over $1.2 million. Axon sent the department multiple emails asking for payment. Most, like this one, listed all of the overdue balances. To date, the county says it hasn't sent those checks.
And if you owed me $1.2 million, I'd want my money.
As the county comptroller, it's Mike Hutchins' job to write checks that come out of the budget, something he says his office can only do when it gets an invoice from a department.
There's nothing I can do to pay that bill until I get the invoice from that department. So my hands are tied in a way.
He claims the Sheriff's Office isn't holding up its end of the bargain with Axon. The agreement for the first year was the department would pay about half the cost through a federal grant. The rest would come from the department budget.
We have not received an invoice from the Sheriff's Office to be able to pay that.
Emails show mixed messages from the Sheriff's Office, like this memo saying the grant money wasn't available until April, a delay that was never mentioned in the initial contract. And this email talking about how the department didn't have enough funds to pay the balance. Axon threatened to put a hold on the account, something this email says happened in June.
I mean, I'm concerned as to why the bills haven't been paid.
Justice of the Peace Donna Massey sits on the quorum court and oversees the county's budget committee, saying when the Sheriff's Office asked about buying body cameras, the court greenlighted the project.
To my understanding, I mean, you know, there were funds available for the cameras, so I don't know why that hasn't been paid.
While Axon is the largest unpaid bill, it's not the only one. We uncovered a paper trail showing in the past 6 months, the Sheriff's Office let invoices to at least 8 other companies go unpaid, adding up to almost $200,000. One of those companies is an industrial supplier, Granger. This record lists 88 overdue invoices totaling about $17,000.
We've had several businesses contact the purchasing department saying the account will be canceled if the Sheriff's Office does not pay their bills.
He says his office warned the sheriff and his staff, writing in this email that outstanding invoices reflect negatively on Pulaski County as a whole and may result in accounts being frozen.
I tried to ask the sheriff about all of this, but he declined an interview. A spokesperson did tell me that all of these invoices to Axon have been paid for, and they weren't even supposed to be processed until this year as part of a verbal agreement between the sheriff and the company. On the other hand, the rest of the outstanding invoices, I'm told the sheriff still needs to look into.
I am anxious to find out what's going on.
Massey maintains the quorum court hasn't been told about any late payments involving the Sheriff's Office.
It is a concern because I haven't heard anything about it till you called me.
While she now wants answers, she say this may not fall under the court's control.
The sheriff being an elected position, as we try to let him, or we can't control what he does.
Explaining that ultimately spending falls on the sheriff as long as he stays on budget.
We don't get involved unless it's something that's going to have to become a budgetary issue where we all have to appropriate money.
Okay.
At that point, then there's major questions will be asked.
It's a similar answer from Hutchins.
It all falls back to him. He's that elected official.
Knowing each unpaid bill could end up costing the county's bottom line.
What's the deal? Tell us what you're doing.
Since I started asking questions, I've learned the financial director for the sheriff's office resigned a few days ago. A spokesperson told me it was related to these unsettled accounts. They also said the sheriff regrets this happened and that he's going to make sure this isn't an issue in the future. You can see those full statements up on our website, FOX16.com. Back to you.
All right, Susan, thank you very much. Good job. If you or someone you know has fallen victim something similar to this, or if you have any other concerns you'd like us to look into, you can give us a call. The number is there on your screen, or you can email us at investigations@fox16.com.